Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, what is the best Dawah course? What's the best Dawah training workshop? And obviously, during COVID, a lot of people are going to be doing it online. So, what is the best one that you can really watch at home with your family, with your friends, or even just by yourself, or even, listen to something while you're driving? Now, let's just get right into it. There's a lot of Dawah courses, and I don't want to say what's the best one. And the reason why I want to preface that and say that as a little bit of a caveat because a lot of people will say, "Oh, this is the best book, this is the best course," but the truth is, when you ask them and you dig a little deeper, have you done all of them to say which one is the best? Um, they usually will respond in the negative. And the second thing is that it's always subjective. So this is my own biased opinion. This is subjective, absolutely. But I still want to take you guys, inshallah ta'ala, through some of the Dawah courses that are out there, some of the ones that I've done, and inshallah ta'ala, yes, at the end of this video, I will suggest which ones to start off with and which ones I think are the better ones. So this was one that I came across. It's called Messengers of Peace Academy, MOP Academy. Alhamdulillah, has a good range of instructors, and as you can see, it's pretty user friendly. I have only done a very small part of it, so I haven't done the complete part. But from what I understand, it does take a collection of different shuyukh and the work that they've done and puts it onto one website. This is Islamic Online University by Dr. Bilal Phillips. I've done this one, like a good portion of it, a while back in the day. While I was doing this one, I also did Fiqh of Dawah, I think, by Muhammad al-Sharif, and one by Khalid Yasin. These are a little bit dated, but again, they're still good. They still have some good content. So let's continue on with what else we have. And again, this one's offered, I think, free through Online University. It's also available on YouTube. This is Kamal El-Mekki's. I'm going to come back to this one, inshallah ta'ala, because I've done this one a few times, and it's he has different versions. It's also known as Shahada in 10 minutes. This is Dawah is Easy, which is by a brother in the UK. I think his name is Dr. Fahad. And if you go to the YouTube channel, then you go to playlists, and then go to Dawah training, you'll find the course there. It is pretty good, mashallah. iERA also recently updated their Dawah training program. So from what I understand, they're always trying to revamp it. Couple notes I'll make here. So the website, I believe, is training.iera.org. Their YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel, has a ton of material. And then I think if you go to Brother Sabeel Ahmed's channel, he also has some live Dawah training that he did a while back during COVID. So they have a lot of Dawah training. Okay, we'll come back to that as well. Brother Sadat, also known as That Canadian Brother, we did a Dawah training course with him in ISNA, Canada. He is great at Christianity, and for the last addressing Christianity, and the last few years, he's been researching against addressing atheism, alhamdulillah. And to be honest with you, yes, I do know him, but at the same time, I want to say, and hopefully this doesn't come across as biased, but his Dawah course was really good, mashallah, tabarakallah. So I really do recommend people check it out, and I think he delivers it with Canada Dawah or Dawah Canada, one of those organizations. ICNA also has a series of Dawah courses. Unfortunately, I haven't done any of them. I want to put that out there, but I know Dr. Sabeel has a range of experience, and I've heard good things about it. And again, they bring on a lot of different shayukh, so I'm sure you can find it online somewhere if you type in ICNA Dawah training. Dr. Zakir Naik also has some good Dawah videos online. Again, these might be more debate orientated, but again, good content nevertheless. And of course, Sheikh Ahmed rahimahullah. NYM Inc. is another Canadian organization. We are based in Canada here, so I'm going to be biased towards Canada a little bit, but it is pretty good. This is a really good Dawah course I did back in the day, mashallah, tabarakallah. They typically only deliver this one in person. And actually, on that note, another one that I just remembered right now is Sheikh Yusha Evans, I believe, so in the US. So he also does a Dawah training as well. Now, I'll come back to this as well too. Coach Zubair, I think this is really important. So he does both Dawah training as well as new Muslim care. And I want to come back to that because I think it's a really important piece. This is another Dawah training by Kalemah, Ustad Abdurrahman and Ustad Tim Humble. So if you go here, they have a ton of videos, but if you search Dawah training or Fiqh of Dawah, you'll be able to find it. So just search Fiqh of Dawah, I believe is what it's called. And then Greenlane Masjid, I believe, is another one that they have. I can't remember who does that one, but again, that's a good Dawah training workshop. And then Sheikh Uthman Farooq from One Message Foundation also recently launched a Dawah course. It's actually not recent. It's his YouTube channel has been going viral recently, alhamdulillah. But the Dawah course, which he launched, I think it was done a number of years ago, and I still have yet to check that out. But it looks really interesting, mashallah, tabarakallah, and I like the way he teaches and communicates. Okay, now this is where the bias is going to come in, because I'm going to select 2 or 3, inshallah ta'ala, to give you guys. First of all, this is my personal favorite Dawah course. It's also known as, it was originally coined as Shahada in 10 minutes. It's also known as Giving Dawah by Sheikh Kamal El-Mekki, and it's a 4-part series. This is like a condensed version that I believe he delivered in Malaysia. Now, I'll tell you why this is my favorite. This is my favorite because it's very practical. It's very interpersonal, one-on-one, conversational based. And a lot of what he gives you there are tools. So psychology tools, I would say like the foundation. And of course, he goes through, calling to Tawheed, calling to La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and the 5 pillars. What will come to later, or what you will have come to later know as GORAP, right? GORAP, and I'll come to that in a second. But essentially, it's a really good foundation. And you know what? To be honest with you, I know when a lot of people do Dawah training, they essentially I think overlook this course, and I think it's because Sheikh Kamal hasn't done it in a while, but he still does it in person, from what I know, like or online for specialized events. But to me, it's really a gem, and I would even I would even suggest that this course be translated into Arabic, Urdu, because even though you might think, okay, the Arabic-speaking world and Urdu-speaking world and all these, some of the Muslim world, they're already Muslim. So why do we need it? Well, essentially, what I gained from this course is it's not just to do dawah to non-Muslims, but it's to call Muslims as well. And secondly, even in those regions, those communities will have Muslims who are need reminders, and me, you, everybody here, and every Muslim in the world today needs a reminder. And so when you think of dawah, don't just think of it, okay, handing out pamphlets, or don't just think of it as something very narrow and limited, but I would say it's very broad. This course will help build foundations and will help inspire you to possess a lot of ideas and tools to then move on to other dawah projects. That's a key point. Dawah training is not just, I would say it's actually, in a sense, it's like communications training. It's like even tazkiyah in a sense. And it's also, every time you do training, you get to refresh your skills, you learn something new. And alhamdulillah, even just watching the same course twice, I guarantee you'll learn something new. So this is one that I really, really want to emphasize. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite. The other close second, if I think, again, it's see, you can't really compare the two, iERA and Sheikh Kamal El-Mekki's, because they're very different. But this is, I think, again, another amazing course that I felt was still again garnering a lot of attention online. Now it's a little bit more, I would say it's a little bit more technical, or if I could say informational based. So with Sheikh Kamal El-Mekki, you're getting a lot of practical skills and tools and conversations. With this one, it's also more theoretical, if I can say that. However, once you do the basic Dawah training course with iERA, you can then go on to specialize into other topics like atheism, Christianity. And this is a key point that I want to mention. We don't, there's a lot of people, of course, mashallah, tabarakallah, who do specialize in those things, but there's so many communities out there that we have that are untouched, right? Whether it's the Jewish community, whether it's the Scientology community or cults, or Buddhists or Hindus or Sikhs. There's so many communities out there, or even here in Canada, we have Aboriginals and First Nations and Indigenous communities there's so many communities out there that need to hear the messages of Islam, and a lot of times, you know, we need people to specialize in certain topics. So I think that's really always a good avenue or a good approach. You know, think after you get some basic Dawah training, think of a specialization. That's in my opinion, I think that's one of the best things that we can do, inshallah ta'ala. And I was just gonna mention something also. There's a local institute here, I3 Institute. I just forgot, they also do in-person Dawah training, although I don't think they have anything online at the moment. Okay, last but not least, I want to touch upon Brother Coach Zubair, because he brings this topic and point up a lot, that it's not just about Dawah training, but it's about mentorship as well too. He has, in my opinion, one of the best, I think, groundbreaking new Muslim care programs that I've ever seen. You can check it out. I think he has a ton of videos. If you contact him either on Facebook or YouTube, you can check it out there. But essentially, as I'm sure all of you know, it's not just about getting a shahada, right? This is the trap we've all fallen into. Is like, you know, okay, someone gets a shahada, we feel good, maybe we make a video, and then, you know, there's no follow-up, there's no brotherhood, there's no sisterhood, there's no mentorship. And so, you know, Brother Zubair has deeply thought about this question, alhamdulillah, and he's put together a tremendous program. I think I haven't seen anything like it. I know that there are some good new Muslim care programs out there, and again, I know that there's, I shouldn't say I haven't seen anything like it, because I'm sure there's are good programs out there. But Brother Zubair has been active in this area for a number of years, and his program has been recognized from by du'at and shuyukh and masajid around the world, alhamdulillah. So I urge you to check it out for sure. Khair, inshallah ta'ala, that's about it for me. We'll touch base with you guys later. Again, these are the top three at best. If I had to narrow it down to three, I'd narrow it down to these three. Sheikh Kamal El-Mekki's iERA, it's a gigantic and growing platform that has a number of topics that you can specialize in. And of course, our brother Coach Zubair for New Muslim Care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.